Good morning, good afternoon, good evening in some places. Happy Saturday, happy fight night. Man, bit of a rough one today at the Apex, huh, guys? Tried to do some research. It was a little tough. It was a little tough on this fight card, but nevertheless, we'll definitely be chatting about the fight card. Thank you everybody for popping in. What's up? What's up? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up for your boy on the video. And let's get that giveaway going. So real already is entered here, I guess. There he is. Entry number 1. Share my screen real quick. TFSP in the chat. Raffle off 2 fandoms at the end of the show. And we'll get right into it. Let's see. Everybody's popping in here. What's up? What's up? What's up? See the TFSPs. It is a pretty rough card indeed. It is a pretty rough card indeed. 1 week away. That's right. The champ season, baby. Strap season. It's going down next week. Can't wait. Can't wait. All right. Yeah, I guess so, right? I'm probably gonna have it open on one of my screens, whether it's my tablet, my laptop, or my TV, based on how the fight night goes. We'll definitely see. All right, all the TFSPs coming through. Appreciate everybody hanging out today. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Not too much going on with Strike. We'll get right into it. We got some community challenges here in this. I'm in Discord here, the community challenges folder or channel. My bad. So we got 4 of them with some packs on the line. So we got a Vegas 94 community challenge with 10 tough base packs, a Maple Rush Uncommon community challenge with 10 fresh faces base packs, a UFC 304 community challenge, 10 mic drop packs. So kind of all the moments for the people fighting on 304. And then there is a 304 pay-per-view code up for grabs for those folks who own a Leon Edwards challenge. We'll scroll up, Leon Edwards champion, excuse me. But we'll scroll up here. Let's take a look at some of these. So here's that Vegas 94 one. Need Miranda Maverick common, Verna uncommon, Usman common, Hollabaugh common, and Lamos uncommon. Maple Rush uncommon. So all the uncommon moments that came out of the Maple Rush drop, which is a bunch of them here. All the uncommons right here. Park, Zahabi, Maya, McGregor, Rakic, Olashashek, Barrio, Hernandez, Dillashaw, and Dalby. Scrolling up to the next one. This is the monster for the 304. Pretty much, I'm not going to name all of them here, but it's a hell of a lot of moments. Everybody who has a common fandom challenger, common fandom rare. I didn't think there were any epics in here now. So it's just fandoms, rares, and commons for anybody, whether they have 1 or 2 or 3. So bada bing, bada boom. And then lastly, those folks who own a Leon Edwards champ get that chance to get a pay-per-view code. But that's pretty much it. I don't have the Leon champ, but I was able to get 3 out of the 4 done. So we'll see. I've been having some kind of rough luck a little bit with those, but we'll see if I hit something this time around. But challenges wise, we didn't get a challenge this week, just those community challenges we just touched on. Allberg did finish up. If you guys remember the Allberg, you had to burn 2 of each on those commons. So the Allberg did finish up. 208 people completed it, but it is going to be minted to 500 regardless of the 208 folks. So the 208 people that completed it are going to get first dibs on it, obviously. And then I'm not sure how the rest of those will be distributed. But with that said, our list of outstanding rewards is growing tremendously. Have a lot of stuff that's outstanding right now, and it would be really nice if Strike gave us some sort of timeline, because right now we are waiting on set reward drops, the airdrop pack that we should be getting for the set rewards. We should also be getting an airdrop pack for the champ quarterly airdrop. We are still waiting on the Kevin Holland epic that is minted to 262. We're still waiting on the Brian Ortega epic that is minted to 254. We are still waiting on Diego Lopez's rare, 398 completions on that, but it is minted to 500, similar to also now the Allberg, which has been added to the list. Another rare, minted to 500, but 208 completions on that one. So there's like 6 things we're all waiting on. And it would be really nice to get some sort of communication, honestly. Just something, just to let us know, give us an idea on when we should be expecting a lot of this stuff. Because we're falling pretty far behind here. Considering how far back that Holland goes. Let's see. Let's take a quick peek at the Kevin Holland challenge and how long ago it was. Was it this one? 302? Nope. Where was Holland? Collector's Choice, June 14th. Yep. So June 14th. So over a month now on the Holland, guys. Over 1 month now on the Holland. A month and about 5-6 days. So almost 5 weeks. Working on 5 weeks on the Holland, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy if you ask me. And then there was no challenge. Then 2 weeks after that, we had the 303. So those are creeping up on a month next week. So we gotta hopefully get this shit together soon. Alex said next week, rendering issues. The wait is killing any hype I had for getting these moments. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough when you gotta wait this long. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. They got to figure that shit out. Oh, they're blaming it on the crowd strike shit now. Great, 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 great. But yeah, dude, 5 weeks, 5 weeks, shit. That's pretty wild. Hopefully they drop like 3 or 4 moments like next week all at once. That would be cool. Because at this point we got those 4 moments we're waiting on, along with the champ quarterly airdrop, as well as the set quarterly airdrop. So that's pretty much it with Strike. We'll see next week. Obviously, with this every other week cadence that they're doing with challenges, and on pay-per-views, they're targeting multi-challenges. So should be getting 2 challenges for 2 more moments next week. But damn, when are we going to get those, you know? That's the big question. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But with that said, it's enough with Strike. Ultimate Fighter, episode 7. So pretty interesting, right? It was a pretty damn good fight, honestly. If you guys didn't watch it, I suggest like the last few weeks of Ultimate Fighter have been really, really fun. And we've been watching them in Discord and been having some fun, doing some rumbles, giving away some moments. It's a good time. It's a good time in there. So we're going to do it again on Tuesday. So make sure if you're hanging out or around, usually Tough comes on 10 p.m. Eastern, which is I don't know what the fuck, which is like maybe 7 p.m. Pacific, I think. Yeah, so that's usually when it comes on live, and we do stream it live in Discord. So make sure if you're hanging out around, bored on a Tuesday night, come through. We'll be watching The Ultimate Fighter. And like I said, the last few weeks have been fun. The fights have been really good. This particular week was one of those sudden death third round fights. Edwin Cooper, being the wrestler, pretty much did his thing the first round and kind of controlled our boy on Team Grasso, Myron. And then Myron came back, bro, started piecing him up, and then pieced him up the second round, was stuffing his takedowns. It was a good fight. It was a really good fight. And Grasso came out on top. So they're up now 4-3. And there's only one fight left before we go into the semifinals. And I think it's two of the middleweights. The guy that's named Paddy from Ireland. So be interesting to see how that one plays out. But yeah, Cooper wasn't hot. He gassed, bro. I think he gassed like that whole first round with all that pressure and all the grappling he was doing, just gassed him out for the rest of the fight. And Myron was doing his thing, bro. He wasn't getting caught up. He was he was sprawling really good whenever Edwin was trying to initiate those takedowns. It was a good fight, though. It was a good fight for sure. I liked it a lot. Yeah, all the booze, man. That'll do it to your gas tank, bro. If you think about it. But we'll see. But yeah, Team Grasso got the dub. They're up 4-3 going into the last fight of the first round. So we'll see how that goes next week. But it's been a fun season so far, fight-wise. They've been picking up the last 2-3 weeks. So definitely, if you haven't watched, check it out. Watch them back. And tune in with us on Tuesday. We'll be live in Discord watching too. So shout out. All right. Fight card. Oh, God, guys. This is a rough one. Not going to lie. Don't forget, giveaway still live. TFSP in the chat. But this fight card is yeesh. It's a tough one, guys. Interesting. There's a few fights that are kind of interesting on the prelims, the early prelims. Just touch on a few. So we got Mo Usman making his return against Mr. Peterson, starting us off. 35, 29, same height. This guy's about 20 pounds heavier. I don't know. So pick him. We'll see how Big Mo does in his return here. Luana versus Lucy. That's another pick 'em. Tough one right there. Both chicks are pretty good. Should be another interesting fight. Not too sure about that one. Miranda Maverick versus Barbosa. Miranda Maverick, heavy favorite here. Probably due to her grappling. Wrestling. So that's another one. Kelleher, Gibson. I don't know about this one too much. But let's talk about the main card. We're going to go one by one as best as we can. Last week we did pretty well. Not going to lie. Couple wild things we called hit. Energy. We definitely called the Energy victory. And Juicy J's sub. We called it. Last week. So not sure if we're going to have the same luck because a lot of interesting stuff here. First fight of the night, we got Lee versus the Hurricane. Hurricane sitting at a plus 150. He is pretty much a little bit older. Shorter, smaller fighters. Got a reach disadvantage here. Both guys have great records. We got a 9-0 versus an 11-1. So this is a pretty tough fight, especially for somebody trying to hold on to that sitting as a dog. Mr. Lee, let's take a look at Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee coming off of 2 decision wins, unanimous against Builder. And then, was this the guy that they got a belt next to that guy? Was that the road to the UFC thing? No. Where is he? Featherweight title fight. Yeah, that was a road to UFC fight. And he won by split decision. So, not too much of a sample size here in the UFC, so it's kind of tough. Let's look at his opponent, Mr. Hader Emil, coming off the Contender Series and then a knockout against Garcia earlier in February. So both guys pretty much sitting at the same exact crossroads, and now they're fighting. Let's see what we got. A little bit more volume here. They don't like to go to the ground too much. More submission oriented here. Yeah, it should be a tough fight, bro. Should be a tough fight. If I have to pick one, I think I'm going to go with the dog. The Hurricane. The Hurricane. Yeah, I think, he doesn't have to deal with the 3-inch reach advantage, but they are in the apex tonight. Look like he chases subs a little bit more, so that could be something that's a factor. And definitely throws more significant strikes and lands more significant strikes than his opponent. So I'm liking Hader Emil, despite the 3.5-inch reach advantage his opponent has. But you never know. Bill Algeo versus Duho Choi. Another interesting fight. Billy coming off a KO loss to Kyle Nelson, which some can argue it was stopped early. I think a lot of people felt it was stopped early. He looked like he was still in there. So a lot of people felt that it was stopped early, and he tends to do his best work in the later rounds. So that was another reason why people are like, what the hell? Why did you stop the fight? This guy does his best work in rounds 2 and 3 and gets better as the fights go on. With that said, Duho Choi is probably a more, let me close that. Shit. All right. Duho Choi. He's probably more explosive and a much faster starter than Billy, our boy Bill. But yeah, he's had a rough stretch, man. And this guy tends to gas out. So I think if Bill can withstand whatever he tries to throw at him early, he'll be able to find a finish maybe in the 2nd or 3rd round. So I'm going with Bill to get it done. He'll withstand whatever Choi throws at him. And gets back in the W column. Another interesting one here. We got Cody Durden versus Bruno Silva. This is pretty wild because these two guys are actually teammates at American Top Team. So it's pretty wild that they're actually, and I'm pretty sure they have the same manager too, and they're fighting each other. So the shit's crazy all around, right? Cody's obviously the more the heavier wrestler out of the two, so he's gonna really try to work his takedowns. I would say that Bruno's a little bit more explosive on the feet, and might be better threatening the sub. but it should be a war. And I think when it's a war, you got to look at the gas tanks. And Cody tends to gas a little bit in some of his fights. I've seen it live. And that said, I think Bruno will probably get it done, even though he's the shorter guy. Does lack a little bit in the reach department, 2 inches given up to Cody. I just think with how Cody wrestles, um, it tends to gas him out, and it doesn't like. I think, it hurts him unless he wrestles smart. But he usually puts his gas pedal on with the wrestling. First round, like he goes balls to the wall, shooting takedowns, and Bruno's really good at escaping takedowns and getting back to his feet. He's really good at it. So that's gonna probably, if Cody can't keep him down, like I said, I think with Bruno's escapability, he'll probably be able to gas Cody out and end up winning the fight. So that's where I'm at on that one. Kurt Hollabaugh versus Cryan. I don't know how to say this dude's name. Kanan Kruchachowski. Or Sky. Kruchowski. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm trying my best. He is out of the Fighting Nerds camp. One thing to note about this guy, those guys have been winning pretty well as of late. So he does train with the Fighting Nerds. Coming off a KO loss to Brenner, though. It was pretty nasty, actually. If you remember that fight, Elvis Brenner starched him in the first round. It was disgusting, but was a Contender Series alum. Got a sub there. 15-2 record. So it'll be interesting to see. Hollabaugh. We know about Hollabaugh from The Ultimate Fighter. Not the best record, but he's coming off a loss to Trey Ogden. He got wrestled really heavily in that fight, and he was definitely the smaller guy in the octagon against the bigger wrestlers. So he pretty much got he got wrestled. He got wrestled the whole entire fight and lost, but did win the Ultimate Fighter against Austin Hubbard. And if we look at his record, man, he had a pretty rough stretch here against some pretty solid competition. Barcelos, Burgos, and Moises. So that's when he got cut from the UFC. All three pretty solid guys, you know. And I don't think, and he's pretty much been winning ever since until he got, dominated in the wrestling by Ogden. But our guy, Kruchowski is more of looks like he's a Muay Thai striker. So there's not going to be too much wrestling in this fight. So it should be interesting. Maybe Hollabaugh wrestles him a little bit. Should be very interesting. Very interesting. And I don't think this guy is as battle tested or has fought anybody at that level that Hollabaugh has. Yeah, he got KO'd pretty nasty too, so he could be a little chinny. Could be a little chinny too. Could be a tad bit chinny after that and hesitant to engage after getting KO'd the way that Elvis Brenner KO'd him. So Hollabaugh sitting at a plus 115. I kind of like it. Even though he's 37. This guy's 33, so he's not no spring chicken either, but it should be interesting to see this fight and how it plays out. But Hollabaugh plus 115, I like it. So we got Garcia versus Choi. Featherweight, 6 foot featherweights, pretty tall dudes, pretty evenly matched here on paper. If you look at size, height, reach, all that good stuff. Our guy Garcia does throw a little bit more and does mix in the wrestling a little bit more, which is why he's sitting at a 160 favorite. Should be an interesting one. Let's take a look at the resumes here. So Garcia's on a 3-fight win streak, coming off KOs, straight KOs, which is nice. Real nice. That's what we like to see. So he's coming off 3 straight KOs. Hasn't fought with the new gloves yet, though. So we'll see if his KO streak can continue. He's either wins by KO or dies by KO. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And his opponent, Mr. Singwoo Choi, coming off 1-3 in his last 4. Some good guys, though. Kulabao and Caceres are pretty solid guys. One against Aaron's, 3-round unanimous decision. That probably was, when was this? Oh, shit. That was a while ago. That was about a year ago. That was a great card. That was a 4 a.m. card. But yeah, he hasn't fought since August of last year. So it's going to be tough going against a guy like Garcia, who's on a run right now, knocking everybody out. Very active. I fought 7 months ago, so a little bit more active. He got 2 fights in last year, 2 fights in the year before. So yeah, it should be interesting. I think both guys are to come in standing and banging. It should be fun. Should be fun, but I'm going to lean on Garcia to get it done. Lean on Garcia to get it done. And that's our co-main event, because our actual co-main event, which was Jung Young Park versus Brad Tavares, that fight got called off because Park got sick or something. So I don't know what the hell happened to Park, medical issue. He weighed in fine and everything. I was doing the pick'ems. I saw everybody made weight, so I posted it. And then, like, right after I posted it, this guy pulled out of the fight. I'm like, shit. But yeah, so we did lose a fight on the card. And now our main event, Lemos versus Jandiroba. How about it? How about it? Main event material or what? What do you guys think? Pretty wild, huh? Pretty wild. These ladies are main eventing. Verna sitting at the -130 favorite over Amanda Lemos. Lemos is a little bit bigger in height and reach, but they are in the smaller of the Apex. The smaller in the Apex arena, so it's going to be a smaller octagon. We got the eyes coming out, baby. Great main event. I can justify not buying ESPN Plus still. Yeah, most definitely. It'll be interesting to see. I know that contract's coming up, but like ESPN wants them to put on all these fights, X amount of fights per year, and it's like, how does the quality hold up, you know? In the beginning, it held up, but there comes to a point where you start running out of people, and then you end up with certain fight cards like this. Granted, you never know. These people could come out and put on a show. But on paper, if you're trying to excite fans, I mean, it's tough. It's a tough sell. It's a tough sell for anybody, I would say. With that said, these two ladies, I know Lemos is coming off of the Dern win, lost to Weili Zhang. I don't know if this is maybe a potential next challenger. Um, could be, maybe not. I don't know. But based on her performance against Zhang Wei Li, one could only think that maybe the similar situation happens against a very, very strong and heavy grappler in Verna, who has been literally holding everybody down in the division, um, except Amanda Hebos, but that was like 3 years ago. But she hasn't lost in a few years. Looks like she fights about once a year, except this year. She's putting in 2. So she did get that win over Loopy back in March. Now she's back a few months later to fight Lemos. I mean, not much to say here, right? We got striker versus grappler in the Apex Octagon. 37 and 36-year-old women, respectfully. Not sure how good those gas tanks are. Verna's never been finished in her career, so I don't know how Lemos is gonna finish her. She's been hit by the kitchen sink by all her opponents. You know what I'm saying? We've seen her get her ass beat up, but she just keeps taking people down and grinding them down. Would be nice to see Lemos maybe get some kind of crazy finish or something, but I just don't see it happening. I do see this fight going probably to the decision. Maybe Verna sneaks in a late round sub or submission, but uh it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough one, but I'm leaning on Verna to get it done and keep the win streak alive. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully the card shows up, bro. Hopefully we get some good finishes and some crazy knockouts. I was looking forward to the Park versus Tavares fight, but Garcia Choi should be a fun one. These guys like to stand and bang. If you don't know them, that's definitely one that should be fun. Halaba fights are usually fun to watch. And Dirt and Silva should be another fun one to watch. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. Fight card starts early. I think in like 3 hours, 3.5 hours from now. So make sure if you haven't already, get your pick'ems in. Strike pick'ems. Got the 2 right there. If you're in the Champ Club, you got your 2 right there. If you're in the Final Strike podcast, you got the pick'ems right here. So make sure you get those done. Poker. I got to copy it over to my channel, but poker does start in about an hour and a half, 2 hours before the prelims start. So poker starts in about an hour and a half. Don't forget to sign up for it here in the community section. TFSP's in the chat. We're going to run the TFSPs and we're going to call it a day. We got 2 fandoms up for grabs. So get those TFSPs in the chat before we run it and call it a day. It was a quick show. Obviously, no challenge or nothing this week. Our actual challenge from Strike. Tough fight card. But next week, we have an amazing fight card, guys. Amazing fight card. I'll bring that up real quick while everybody gets their TFSPs in the chat. Well, UFC 304, guys, head to toe, man. This is a stacked card. I'm very, very excited for it. Our main event, Leon versus Bilal. Amazing fight. Aspinall versus Blades. Amazing fight. King Green versus Patty Batty Pimblett. Great fight. Mokaev versus Cop. Banger. Allen versus Giga. It's a banger, dude. That's a banger. It's a banger. Nathaniel Wood versus Pineda. Daniel Pineda. That's a good fight, dude. Pineda comes to fight, bro. These guys come to bang. I like it. Molly Meatball makes her return to the octagon. We got these guys and these guys. Oban Elliott, Duncan, G-Rod, Crosby. Some good names. Some good names scattered around this card. Should be fun. Should be fun. But all right, let's get those TFSPs in the chat. We're going to run the first one here in 3, 2, 1. First one's going to Ina Dugina. Make sure you DM me on Discord so we can get you that fandom. Congratulations. Next one coming in hot. We ready? Here we go. Captain Spaulding. Captain Spaulding. Make sure you DM me in Discord as well, and we'll get you squared away with that fandom. Ina and Captain Spaulding. All righty. But that's pretty much it, everybody. I appreciate you guys hanging out. It's been a pretty quick show, like I said, but next week should be a banger. Don't forget, get your pick'ems, poker, all that good stuff starting up in a little bit. And until next time, I am out. See you guys later. Peace.